Hello, it has been a minute. I've tried to film a few videos over the past few months and I've really not been able to get anything out that was remotely interesting. It has been a year now, officially, or just over. It was like a few days ago that I had a TikTok pop up with the final day at the shop, and it made me a bit emotional. Um, it was a very chaotic time, and I thought it would be a good time to do a bit of an update on where I'm at. I like to do these videos so that I can look back on them as well. But I also like to update you guys. I've not been super active on social media either. Like, I've been doing my usual posts here and there, but nothing like a life update or anything like that. But yeah, I thought it would be nice to jump on and do a little bit of a life update because a lot's been happening, and a little bit of a recap, I guess. If I do have footage from previous videos that I tried to record, I'll probably do some little snippets and some updates and stuff. But I thought attempt 1 billion to give you guys another YouTube video and another update, and hopefully I can start doing some more because I enjoy doing it. I love like the changes that happen throughout my business life, because we are into 13 years this year, and yeah, cool to look back. And yeah, I will be going drifting on Saturday, which is 2 days away. I am excited but nervous because it's my first time taking the MX-5 out since we welded the diff and it got power steering. So it's gonna feel like a different car, but we did not realize that the diff was actually open center. So I was feeling so off at the last drift day that I did, and usually I know I'm learning, so I'm obviously not doing very well, but I'll come out of it feeling excited and having learned something new. Whereas the last one, my confidence was really rattled because I was just like, what is going on? And I just couldn't get it. And I was trying some things differently that I know I was doing wrong. But turns out it was an open center diff. So that could have just thrown me off completely, without realizing. So I'm hoping this time. I'm nervous. I feel like last time I went in confident thinking, oh, I'll smash it. I'll figure out the car. I'll learn the car and I'll be starting from the base up. But no, I was starting from the base down because it was like everything was worse than I thought it would be. So attempt 2, and we'll see how I go. I will probably film that in some form of content. I'll have a friend filming for me as well, so maybe we'll get something cool. Maybe I'll get something, right? Maybe. But for now, I thought I would just do a little bit of a life update, and I might just relocate. I'm printing stickers at the moment, so I'm just going to check on them and then I'll check back. Where are we? So yeah, if you don't know, a year ago we closed the shop, and I had the shop for 4 years. It was really fun. I enjoyed it. The reason why I had the shop was because I was in the pandemic. Everything got closed. Like, this happened to everyone. Everything shut. Everyone has a different experience through the pandemic. Mine was that I decided that I needed to step up my printing business, which I was kind of just doing as for friends at that time. But I really wanted to get a better quality printer, something newer, something faster, and had friends that were ordering stickers from me that justified me doing that. So I bought a new-ish printer. It was secondhand still, but it was like new-ish, newer than what I had. My other one, it was a cool printer, right? I paid $500 for it. It needed to get fixed. Fixing it cost about $3,000 because that's how much the heads are. Well, not on, it's obviously different now, but on my printer back then, the heads were $3,000. So I fixed it. It was awesome. I was doing some stuff for some of my friends. And then I decided I should probably get something a bit newer, maybe a bit nicer. So I got a newer version of that printer. And it did not fit in my house. I was working from home at the time, which is full circle, but we were renting and it would not fit in the house. So I thought at the time, with everything that was happening, I was like, it's a good time to get a warehouse because other businesses are really struggling. So a lot of the rentals for warehouses are coming up quite cheap. So that's when we found our warehouse and we moved into our warehouse. And we were there for 4 years. In that time, I upgraded to all brand new machines, which is what I still have now. And it has been great, but the whole point of me having the shop was because of my print business and me generally just needing the space. Me having Drift Bunny there was really a happy accident. I obviously was like, well, I've got to have a showroom for Drift Buddy. Why not? I don't know if anyone will come to it. I know a few people will, but... And then about 2 years in, I had a TikTok go viral that for some reason got me in the eyes of people that aren't necessarily car people. There were people from the convention scene that I started going to, even just general people who had an interest in cars, people starting to get into cars. And at this time as well, I was really we had the space. So I had a few little projects going on purely for my own self, maybe for the business as well. But I think I was more enjoying that time of my life because I hadn't been able to do that up until that point. So yeah, it was a really fun time. We had so many people coming in, getting excited by the cars that we had. I had baby car girls coming in. Like, that shit is just so enriching and so fulfilling. It was an experience I've never had before and it was amazing. So that's what makes me really miss when I did have the shop. But at the end of the day, our goal in life was to get a property where I could work from. And the point of my business, my print business and Drift Bunny, is that I don't need a shop for it. All I needed was somewhere to put my stuff. So when it came to looking for that, because we're finally at a point in our life that we could do that. But when it came to looking for that, obviously the housing situation is a whole other thing. But finding anything with the requirements that we now needed was difficult. And I feel like it's everyone's dream to have a bit of land and being a little bit away from everything so that you can do everything that you want. And that's what I've been living in for the past year. It's definitely still sinking in that this is what our life is now. There's a lot of work to it. There's so much that we want to do, but we'll do it over time. This is just the start of our journey pretty much. And Drift Bunny is a part of that. My print business is a part of that. There's so many things that we just really want to do, but we will get there. We didn't win a lot or anything. So there's no harm in it taking time. Nothing needs to be rushed, really. I would like to be able just to afford to do all the things that we want to do, but realistically, it's not like that dire. I enjoy just being able to get things done, but it's all a work in progress. As far as everything with the function of the property and stuff, it's everything that we could have ever wanted and more. So there's just so much to it that I think maybe some people didn't realize or didn't understand when it came to me closing the shop. They see me closing the shop as, well, they don't see it as a failing business, but they see it as, why would you close the shop? Are you going to open another shop? And I'm like, nah. All my money is in here. It's investing back into us, and that is the goal. I don't want to leave to go somewhere. That is exhausting. It was really exhausting, honestly. It was really starting to affect me. Going to work and stuff somewhere where you don't necessarily need to be, if that makes sense. Because I was running 2 businesses in the shop. So I would be running my print business, and then I'd have customers come in, and then I'd have to pause and then go be with the customers and make sure I was present and happy and in that retail mindset, even when I was having a bad day. So it got hard. And I just don't think that was really a part of the picture for Drift Bunny. It wasn't really something I don't need it for my print business, because most of my clients I send everything to. So they're all over East. I do have local clients, obviously, but I just send their stuff and it's easy. But it was just like, it was a really nice, special time for Drift Bunny. It was really enriching, but really exhausting. So whilst I am still sad and I get emotional about it, that whole era, it was special. And maybe in 5-10 years, I'll consider it, depending where we're at. But I also now live in the middle of nowhere, so I don't really, it's not really justifiable for me to have a shop. Maybe stockists. I've had a few stockists here and there over the years. So maybe I'll open up a new one eventually, but there's not really many people that have showrooms that are big enough for all this stuff. And at the end of me having the shop, I wasn't getting as many people to come in as I was previously. So it's not majorly justifiable. It's not like this shit's flying off the shelves, which is fine. The whole point of my business is that I create things that I enjoy and I show it to people, and if they like it, and they can get it too. It's not for everyone, and I think that's very clear in what I do. But the people that get it, and the people that don't. So that is the shop and me closing the shop. It's been a time. Let me get you up to date with what I have been doing here. This video is going to be long. I'm going to edit it, but hopefully this might be a long video. So you're already all the way in. Thank you for listening to me. I will continue yapping and tell you a bit more about what I'm planning to do here and in the future. Hello. Hey girls. What my breaks consist of is finding the chickens, seeing what they're up to. Sometimes I can't find them. Of course it's not going to show them. And just see what they're up to. They're so funny though, because they come and find me whenever they can hear me outside, and they run over, and they're so cute. It is chaos out here. Now that we have been here a year, we have an idea of what the season does, because we have a lot of plants, and yeah. I try to keep them alive for the most part, but they're usually doing pretty good on their own, so we just see how they go. But I do have some plans for landscaping around here. That's their chicken coop. We want to get ducks, so we're going to be adding a second coop for ducks. And I want a pond, and I want a river, and there's a lot of things. Anyways, we'll get there one day. One day. Also, it's just so fitting that we get roses, and we have 3 different types of pinks. We have light pink, we have this very hot pink. This color, I need to swatch it for something, because It is stunning. And then we have like a very deep pink. So yeah, they're coming back. So it's nice to like pick them and have them around the house because they're very cute. Even just in the garden, like they make me smile every time I see them. This is my Zen chair, which ironically has been causing me a lot of not Zen because I have been having contact dermatitis reactions because of this chair. That's why it has a blanket on it at the moment. I can't believe it. I've been dealing with this for months. And anyways, if you get contact dermatitis or if you start getting like itchy, it is a struggle. Because I thought for so long I was allergic to the pool because I was using the pool at the same time I got this chair. And it wasn't until I had a bit of a break from summer was so hot, so I was not outside at all. And now it's cooled down. We're in autumn now. So I was like, I'll get my chair, I'll relocate it. So I relocated it to the front of my house so that I can chill while I'm working. But I had another massive flare up and it was the chair. I cannot believe it. Well, like, I'm 90% sure it's the chair. But very frustrating. That's been fun. So life has been different. It has been an adjustment, getting used to this new life because this is a very different lifestyle to what we had before. It took me a while because I went from having a shop to where I'd go and do work to working back at home again. And there's so many things in that it was a struggle when I was working from home originally. Now I've kind of come back to it full circle and I'm like, well, it makes sense. And I'm trying to get used to it. I have a confession. And I didn't realize this until we went to the US. I'm a workaholic. And not even in the sense of I work a lot. I think it's hard when you work for yourself because you are so dependent on you're the person that makes the money. So you have to do the work to make the money. The type of work that I do, it's not like a matter of money just comes in. There's work involved, which I quite like because it keeps me busy. But when there's no work coming in, it's really stressful and it's really hard and there's constant juggles with that as well. And so even though in all seriousness, even though I'm working from home, I don't know how to relax at home. Even with nice chairs outside in the garden, it's still something I'm trying to learn to do, actually relax and then switch off from. I can switch off from work to the point that I'm not doing work all the time because I'm burnt out. So I get to the point where I physically can't do more work, but then I just rot. So we're getting there. The balance is definitely so much nicer being able to do it from this magical place. You can't complain when this is your lunch spot, and it is still sinking in for me. It's been a year, but it's still very much still sinking in. So anyways, that is something that I will be working on figuring out, and I think that's maybe what I want to try document here as well as just my business journey, me as a person, and the cars and stuff. There has been a few changes in that space too. Changes that I wasn't ready to, well, I was ready to make, but I wasn't ready to make. But life has been so much better ever since I made those changes. And that was selling the 8.6. So when I got the 8.6, it was 2023. It was actually 2 years ago this time because it popped up in my memories, which is so crazy. Around this time of year, we got the house and then closed the shop. Crazy. Anyways, so 2 years ago, I picked up the 8.6. It taught me so much and it gave me so much thrill, and it was just so nice having a modern manual sports car, which I've always wanted. I envy anyone who that is their dailies, and I always wanted that, and I got to do it for a brief time, but a longer time. It was such an important time of my life. I'm just going to breathe for a second because I got my manual license and I was dailying it for a while whilst we lived in suburbia, or like Perth. I'm gonna readjust. So it was such a fun car to drive. I call it like the broke man's Porsche because it's a boxer, but they are such good cars. I would get one again, absolutely. I just would not have it as my main car. I would have it as gift. Just remember, I have an MX-5 that I drive on the street, and I have the Supra sitting there waiting to be finished. So when it came to the 86, it was starting to become a bit redundant because I didn't need a car to drive around to be confident in manual. I have that in other cars. It was so fun though driving around the roads around here because it's just like a nice secure car, but it handles like a sports car and it feels like a race car. It's not too fast, it's not too slow, but you can have sensible fun. We're not doing anything crazy. But I also took it on the track and I got to learn how to race on a track because I never done that before either. That car was a lot of firsts for me, but I have that in other cars. And it got to the point where, because it's my daily, I was only driving it one day a week and I would struggle with where I could go with it. I couldn't go to certain car parks in it. I couldn't just run down to Bunnings in it. I couldn't go to the stock feed place to get my chicken feed in it because there's curbs. The car was low, not too low, but it was low enough that it couldn't go certain places. And that was really, it took me a while to go, yep, this is not practical. It was really affecting my anxiety. And I would switch cars with Sam. So he has a four-wheel drive and I would steal his four-wheel drive. And I would just feel so much more comfortable driving a big car, which is so weird because I didn't think I would ever feel comfortable driving a big car. But I just felt safer and I felt we drive on highways that there's trucks, big trucks, and I could do my errands in it. I could go pick up vinyl because that's another thing. I can't get everything delivered to the house anymore because we live so far, but not far. We live not too far, but far enough that we can't get things delivered, but not too far that I can just go and pick it up and it's not too bad. Compared to the average person, I guess. It's not too bad. It will be about an hour trip. Well, not trip, 2 hour trip. Hour there, hour back. Not too bad. But enough that doing that in a little race car, whilst fun, was not practical. So letting that car go was really hard because I felt like such a boss bitch in that car. That car was cute. I made it look exactly the way I wanted to, but that's why I did all those things straight away because I knew that that car was not a permanent car for me. I didn't know how long I would have it for. It was probably about the time that I was thinking because I knew when we went for a house that I would probably have to sell it in order to get the house. I didn't. Like, I kept it for a while whilst we had the house. I was very thankful for that because everything just happened. Oh, the birdie. Everything happened and it all worked out, but when you're going in for a big financial commitment, you usually I might have to let go of some things to do it, and that's fine. And whilst it was a very emotional time for me, it was very hard to sell a car that has dropped so much in value in a short time, which is a bit depressing, but that's what happens when you buy a new car. They are depreciating assets, and I did know that going in. I just didn't expect it to depreciate so much, but also I'm grateful that what I did sell it for. And then it took a few months to sell the parts. That was a whole other thing. Times are tough right now, so I get it. But I wanted to get really good quality parts for it, and I enjoyed them. They were fun. But I can't use them on the other cars because they were all different. The wheels, the stud pattern was different for the Supra. I would have loved to have kept those wheels. They were sick. And that just died. So I was holding that for no reason. Hopefully that doesn't sound too bad. I'll have to check. But anyways, we did finally sell the parts and they have gone to new people who will enjoy them with their GR86 builds. So very excited to see that they at least get enjoyed. So every time I see a GR86 now, I get a little sad, but thankful that we could do that. And I have to finish the other cars. One of the biggest things is that I now have my manual license. I have the Supra, which is my dream car. So I get to actually enjoy her now. We're halfway through wrapping her. We've got a new pink. I'll go get some shots. The shed needs a clean. We had a little break, so she's half wrapped. She's due for her final tune. She's getting her run-in tune completed. And later this year, I want to be driving her on the road, and I'm going to have the same problems. I'm not going to be able to go certain places, do certain things, but that's that car. I want to enjoy the good parts of having that car because it's not going anywhere. Never. The plan is that I'm doing the wrap as an interim because I know how expensive the paint job will be. And I just want to drive it for a minute. I haven't driven it because there was other things going on and I didn't have my manuals, and now I do. So I want to drive it. So we're going to drive it, and then we're going to paint it, and then we're going to enjoy her for many years to come. And that's the plan with the Supra. And it was holding me back having the 8.6 because the 8.6 was financed. It's my only car that's financed. You don't buy a new car outright because then you lose money outright, but still ended up losing money anyways. But basically, the money that I'm saving on paying off the 8.6 is going into the other projects so that I can actually do stuff with them. And even though it's only a little bit, it adds up. So it was starting to get to the point that I was like, I've not touched the Supra again for a long time. I want to enjoy it. So I let one thing go to enjoy another. So that's the gist. It was a difficult time, but now I have a 4-wheel drive as a daily, and it's so much better. And I drive the MX-5 on the weekends. I'll go out and get breakfast, brunch, hang out with people, take the MX-5. Did I say MX? I said MX-5, right? And the thing I love about the MX-5 bubblegum is that she's an old car, but she's a sports car. She's a manual. Well, she's not very fast, but she feels fast. It's fun to zoom around in her. She has all the perks of the 8.6, just an old version, and she doesn't break. Touch wood. I don't have any wood around me, but she doesn't break, and MX-5s are relatively okay to repair. So it's not Jay-Z's. Jay-Z's are so expensive, which we'll get to my other Supra in a minute. At the moment, just want to enjoy what I have and what's running, and we'll get to the 61 when we get to it. But that's the thing. I wanted to start saving some money so that I could actually do those things. So MX-5 is an awesome cheap car. I say cheap loosely because I know that they used to be cheaper. It's like the meme, but they're not. They're still cheap. The cheaper project car that people can get into. So they're a good car. If you say that you want an MX-5 and you haven't gotten one, but you can get one, do it. Because they're going to go up in price more eventually, but they're kind of steady at the moment. So whilst they have gone up in price, they haven't gone up as much as other cars. So they are still obtainable, enjoyable, and you can modify them. Honestly, the best car. And I would have rather kept the MX-5 over the 8.6 because obviously it's a lot cheaper and they're fun little cars. I say this as a non-Mazda person. Well, not non-Mazda. I have a Toyota bias. But MX-5s are great. And they are such fun little cars. I feel like such a baby car girl. I'm 33. But I feel like such a baby car girl because I've only come to enjoy these things later in life. And it is just the best platform to learn and to start. So if you're watching this, you're younger than me, you've always wanted one. This goes for any car, but you will get to a point in your life where you can enjoy these things, and I hope you get there, and I hope you just embrace it. Don't worry about anyone else. Just enjoy it. But I'm just going to go see how my print is going, And I'll go check out the Supra. I'll go show you the Supra and see if the color comes up on the camera, because it's really nice. I also have these new shirts that I did. I need to do photos of them actually. I might do that today. That's a bit of a meme because everyone says the Supra looks like a watermelon because it's green everywhere. And obviously I've added pink. So I did a shirt. You should get it. It's fun. I like just doing fun things lately, so that's what I've been doing. I'll check back soon. Hello, I'm going to pack some orders real quick and wrap up this video, but I do have something else that I wanted to share with you guys if you haven't seen it. Again, you would have seen if you watch my videos. I have shorts that are just from my TikTok as well, but basically I have gotten another car. And that car is a Suzuki Carry 1.3 litre, so it is technically not a K car, but it's still like a K sized car. I know it's technically not K. You get what I mean? It looks like the other K vans, but it's not the cool shape. It's a newer shape. It's actually a 2003, I think. It's into 2000s. So it's like the newest car I own that isn't my daily. So yeah, it is the newest car I own that isn't the newest car out of all of my cars, the fun cars, which is crazy. And it only cost me $4,000. So there's a reason why I have it, and that is because I run my business and I wanted to, especially now with closing the shop, I wanted to start. Sorry, let me just print these labels real quick. I wanted to start doing more events, so I decided I needed a van because at the time I didn't have the 4-wheel drive, but the van, sorry, okay, we're done now. So I didn't have the 4-wheel drive at the time, but I did have the 8.6 still. And yeah, so I got the van because I really needed a car to get to events in, and I can't do that in the MX-5 or the 8.6. I could technically now do it with a 4-wheel drive, but let's dial it back. So yeah, the van only cost me $4,000, and it actually fits so much more than the 4-wheel drive because it is a van shape. Like, I can just fit so much more stuff in it. And I'm finding when I'm doing my anime convention, specifically for Pixel last year, we had the 4-wheel drive and we had the MX-5 on the trailer. I still could not fit all of my merchandise back in the 4-wheel drive. So I don't know how we got it there. Yeah, how did we get it there? I don't even know. But basically, same thing happened this time for Tokyo Alley, because we took the van there, okay, and we unpacked the van. And then we set up the booth, and like, you know, when it comes to my booths, I am a little bit extra. I really like doing, you know, a nice big display. And we're very blessed this year. Tokyo Alley gave me this like area to fill. So I was like, oh, I can do that. I can fill that. Like I have stuff and it worked out really well. So very thankful for that. But in saying that, when it came to packing up, so we had the 4-wheel drive and we had Sam's ute, and it was a squeeze to get everything like into the 4-wheel drive and then into the ute. So the carry is going to hang around for a minute while I'm doing all these events and whilst I figure out the next steps, because eventually I do want to get a bigger van so that I can actually tow with it as well. But I'm not drifting that much yet or driving that much where I need to do something like that, and I'm not really doing anything where I need to have it for an event, like the van for an event, besides, well, time attack, but that's a whole other thing. We'll get into that another day. But yeah, so at the moment I'm happy with the carry, and I really like the fact that I can drive it straight to an event. I can go straight to a Cars and Coffee, park up, unload, and the car is still fun and cute as well, and people really enjoy it. It has cute heart wheels that, yeah, they're so cute. And I've done this like milk carton themed graphics on the side of it as well, because it looks like a milk carton, and it was kind of like in the interim of me wanting to do a full-on wrap to that, and now I think that's more, I'm just gonna keep it like that because it's got its own theme. Hang on, I can show you. And I've made it this like series, and I don't know, it's just the coolest thing ever. So like that is the initial design as a keyring. I just got these in, by the way. And then this is another one that I did. It's a grape juice carton, and it's one of those what am I blanking, the Daihatsus that everyone gets, Hi-Jets, yeah, they're the ones, Hi-Jets. So that's what that is based on, and like I'm making them look like the actual drinks as well. So I have this one, which is a Ramené bottle, which is blueberry Ramené, and it's also based off the older shape carry vans. I've done the circle lights, whilst it looks like the bottle, but that's like, this is just me having fun. And I do have the watermelon Supra keyring being made at the moment. So yeah, they are on the website. I also have air fresheners and t-shirts, and stickers aren't on the website yet, but if you buy a t-shirt, you might get a sticker for free or an air freshener. But yeah, that's just a little fun thing I'm doing this year. So yeah, crazy. Let's pack an order real quick because I am going to keep getting distracted. And this one is going to the US. Just leave that for 1 second. So they got a Pikachu and a Jinx sticker. Jinx and Pikachu. I'm going to be doing some more Pokemon. Not Pokemon. They're not Pokemon. If you know, you know. Otherwise, if you don't, yeah. I want to do some more because like of all the conventions that we do. And it's fan art, okay? Don't sue me, please. There are a lot of like communities, pop culture things that do embrace fan art, but some don't. And they get very sassy about it. So it's fair, but yeah. What should I give them as a freebie? I'll give them a Mimikyu as a freebie because why not? Or Vi. Nah, they're getting Mimikyu. I could have given them Vi. So that's going to the US. So with this tariff situation, it's currently not really affecting us because our products are, like the stickers are made in Australia. I don't even know if it asks. And I have heard from the grapevine that it doesn't affect Oz Post yet. It's mostly affecting like FedEx, like the private owned delivery things. Because on this it doesn't say where things are made. Or country of origin AU, that's just my default. Yeah, so you know, if Australia, like, I mean, obviously I have a sticker printing business, so like that's obvious. But like if Australia had an industry where we could actually get everything manufactured, I'm just rambling now. I'm probably not going to put this in the video. But I think it's a harsh reality that we don't have that. But like US doesn't have that either, so they do to an extent, but they don't at the same time. Like at the end of the day, everything is made in one place, and there's a reason for that. So yep. But yeah, thank you, Whitney. Oh, Canada. It's not even going to the US. Canada. Cool. I just saw international and I was like, okay, next is an order for Kita, and I need to see if I have this shirt. I'm pretty sure I do. I need to print a shirt. Okay, I'm gonna write a list of things that I want to print. We need an XL super shirt and a 3XL. Cool. I've started printing all of my shirts in-house. So I have them in stock, ready to go. I just need to press them. I'm actually running low on my Surikawa colors. Running low on the gunmetal. I say it's gunmetal. It's meant to be black, but it's like a metallic black. So I need to update my stock and get some more. I actually just got in these white ones because I had sold out. So yeah, I need to do a restock of some of the other colors as well and look at some colors that other people want and get some of them in as well. But we'll get there. We will get there. Just throw that on the floor. My poor office needs some love. This one is for Alicia. Put it in one of its bags. See, it's handy having things on the floor. I wonder if we're gonna get a storm later. Even though it's autumn, we have not had much rain yet. And so what you saw out my window before is an orchard. You probably couldn't see the actual fruit plants, but I do have an orchard, which is really cool. And I would like to recover it and maybe add some more fruit plants, or what else? I wouldn't mind like growing some. Sorry, I'm just gonna grab a fruit slipper. I do want to grow some stuff here, but I'm not that equipped yet to look after and plant. It's evident that I already struggle with that based on the orchard. But yeah, I would like to get like some veggies going. Maybe some avocados. There's apparently a mango tree, but like it's very small. So I'm like, did they just plant it, or is it just like a random tree? What do I do? It's in a really weird spot too. So I'm like, should I relocate it? But then I'll probably die. I don't know. But we're gonna work on it. I have plans to do a cherry blossom display area, like along near the driveway, so that I can like park and take photos. And I know it's only for like spring, but I'm gonna find some like pink native Australian plants as well and put them in there and just make it like a nice little pretty area for photos, but also just to like hang out in. And I really want to get onto that this autumn and winter so that there's water or that it can grow, hopefully. Because we had a really dry summer, but we can, like, we've started setting up the actual retic and stuff that we need. Anyways, that's as many of the orders that I can pack right now. I can pack these other ones, but I'm going to do them off camera because I need to press stuff and finish off some stuff. We've got some banners. But yeah. And yeah, so I'm gonna edit this into a video. I'll try. And I'm drifting on Saturday, so we will see how I go drifting. Don't expect much, but who knows? I might be okay. We'll see. All right, bye guys. I'll see you next time.